Hey everybody, it's Jennifer Perkins, and last time we chatted, I was making these earrings, you might recall. But when I asked you guys what you were interested in seeing, what I heard was that you wanted to see a home tour of my house. You can see my messy house behind me that I wasn't planning on showing with Kids Blend. But I thought I would show you my formal living room today because it's semi-clean. Let me turn it around and I'll kind of walk you in and then I'll tell you all. So this is what I kind of call my formal living room. I have two living areas in the house. I have this one with the green couch, and then I have a game room, which is super messy. And then I have this room, which like I said, I kind of call my formal living room with the fireplace and all that good stuff. And it connects over here to my kitchen. The main thing I was gonna talk about in this room was the art. I thought I would just kind of give you, a lot of people comment and ask me about all the different art I have. I go to a lot of flea markets and a lot of thrift stores, and that's where most of this came from. Above my fireplace, I kind of rotated out, but this lady is called Balinese Girl by an artist named Tretchkoff. It was a commonly mass-produced picture. You can find it a lot of different places. I kind of have it surrounded by a lot of different pottery. My mom did pottery in the 70s. She did the little terracotta guy. There she is again above the fireplace. My mom did the tall pottery guy, and I made the small one. While we're here, let's talk about my leg lamps. They're kind of hard to see when I post pictures of them, but you see how they're like legs? They're so awesome and tacky. I got them at the Round Top Flea Market. They used to be in the Sanger Harris store in downtown Dallas. Over here is my mirrored credenza and a whole bunch of different pieces. This girl I did in an art workshop here in Austin. She's really pretty big. Let me start by telling you about this guy. I got him at the Round Top Flea Market. He's like my favorite piece of pottery. Hi. Is that you, Karen Green? Anyway, he's my favorite piece of pottery. I love him oh so much. So here's this girl, kind of, up at the top, you can see that's pictures of my mother from way back when. Those are my grandparents. That's my mom again when she was in a parade float. That's my grandma, and anybody that quilts might recognize the oil and cotton catalog that I tore up to make this. So let's go around here. There's a wet bar in this house. I barely ever serve drinks from it, but you know, it's there, whatever. My sister and I painted these bar stools. Let's come around to my etagere. Give you a little quickie view of this. I have this thing for folk art or outsider art. I got this weird stool recently at a flea market that I absolutely adore. I have a little collection of roadside pottery. Some paper mache cats I got at a thrift store. What else? Here's some kind of folk art, a little box that I found this boobalicious lady at the thrift store. But the main thing I'm gonna talk about is my big gallery wall. So that's kind of the whole room, but the big gallery wall behind me is the one that you'll see a lot of times that I decorate for different holidays, or you might see pictures of if you see my house online or in magazines. I had it one way when I first moved in with lots of art for myself and my kids and my family, and then I redid it at Halloween last year for DIY Network, which looked awesome. I love the way it looked, but getting it hung back up was a biatch, so I don't think I will be doing that again. Now that I've got it all hung, I'm gonna leave well enough alone. So let me spin it back around and I'll kind of give you a little tour of what everything is and who it is, because lots of people ask me like, who did this piece and who did that piece? So let me tell you what I can remember. So I'm back over here. Okay, so here's a piece. This embroidered guy I got at the Round Top Flea Market. There's a girl that does sell vintage stuff, but she also did these kind of hand painted, glittered, and embroidered works. She is from Houston, and that's about all I know. I got this really kind of cool, weird, dimensional wooden piece at Goodwill, which kind of reminded me of folk art, and I really liked it. You can see it's painted wood stacked on top of each other. My daughter Tallulah did that piece. I love kid art. I always say my favorite kind of art is the kind of art that you can't tell if a child, a genius, or an escaped person from the asylum did it. Up here is a Picasso print that always hung in my parents' house, but it looks exactly like my dad. And until I realized that it was a Picasso piece, I honestly spent my entire childhood thinking that was a picture of my father. Clearly, Picasso did not know my dad. But here is a print I got off Society 6. I cannot remember the artist, but I really like it. These are called molas, I believe. They are kind of like embroidered fabric tapestry things. I found a set of 3 at a local Austin thrift store, and this one just happened to make it to my gallery wall. These little groovy dudes I found at a flea market for about $5. Little Tad Carpenter piece that I got at the Renegade Craft Fair. A kind of trapunto embroidered batik that my mother, Perkins, did in the 70s. That woman was crafty. That's where my sister and I get it from. A lot of people ask me about my movie chairs, complete with the chewing gum still on there. I got these when the original Alamo Draft House in downtown Austin was getting new chairs, and they were selling the original movie chairs. I think I paid about 25 bucks each for them, and I never had them recovered. I never scraped the gum off because the gum just seemed like the most awesome part about it. So anyway, so that's what those are. Here is a piece I did with curlers, kind of a mixed media piece. Here is a framed 7-inch of a band called Tallulah Gosh from the 90s. They went on to do bands like Heavenly. That is who my daughter is named after, Tallulah. Here is a piece of pinball glass, and I just love the colors. It's not that I like pinball so much, but I really love the colors. This is another piece of art I did with a plate and some papers. I kind of have a thing for prize ribbons. I did this mixed media piece. It was in an art show here in Austin. I think it's still in my Etsy store. Pom-poms, curlers. This tiger guy, I love it, hung in my grandmother's house. My father was in the Army in Hawaii and sent this home to my grandparents. So when she passed away and we cleaned out our house, I took that home with me. This thing up here is kind of like tape maybe. I'm not even really sure what it is completely, but I liked it. I like the colors. This is Stitch, a poster for Stitch. It's a fashion show and a craft bazaar from here in Austin that I used to help produce. It was at Emo's, at the convention center, at the Austin Music Hall, various different places. Here is kind of a piece of folk art, like a wood cutout. Here is a small Peter Max print. He's a fairly well-known artist from the 70s. My parents had this hanging in their house when I was a kid, so I had to take it from them. This is a poster that our friend Erin Jacobs did. She designed a bunch of posters for my husband's old band. We talked about murder. This is kind of a thing about the monkeys. This, for all you people that love you the needlework, I love it. This is I guess that's crewel maybe, I'm not sure, that I got at a flea market. I think I paid like $5 for it. It's so amazing. So from the ground up, we've got my little table here from Home Goods. And then I have this High Karate sign, which apparently was a shaving cream in the 70s, I guess. I don't know. I got this at a garage sale for like $5. Here is a tiger guy. No idea what he was. I got him at the Round Top Flea Market. Lady in a towel. She's very sexy. Up here is kind of an abstract landscape. I think I actually have it turned on its side, but that's how it fit in the gallery wall, kind of cubist. Below it is a mixed media piece that I did. It's got clay and fabric and cardboard and a little bit of everything. This is a self-portrait my mother did. I don't even know how old she was, maybe 8 or 10. She was a little bitty kid. This is a print I got off Etsy from an artist named Betsy Walton, I believe. And I just always love those colors. This is a little baby tapestry. I have another one of my plates This is a print from Art and Ghosts, which is another artist on Etsy and Big Cartel. Another kind of batiqued, cruel piece that my mother did. This is, I don't know, I just found it at Goodwill and it was rockets, and how could I say no? I don't even remember who this girl is. Another piece from Etsy. This witch girl I got, I believe the artist goes by Lord of Rings on, or Lord of something on Society 6, and I just love that. I put that up for the Halloween gallery wall for DIY Network and just never took it down. There is a string art clown, and there is another mixed media piece I did with, I call him Werewolf Freckles. He's kind of in a frame and he looks like a werewolf with 3 eyes. So there you have it. If you have ever wondered where all the pieces on my gallery wall came from, that is kind of a brief synopsis of them. I have other gallery walls in the house. Maybe I will show you some other time. I would love to hear in the comments if there's anything else that you'd like to see, some more DIY projects, more home tours. I can take you thrift store shopping. There's just all kinds of options now that we have the Facebook Live. So just let me know, and thank you for watching. Bye.